Hey everyone, here is our algebra challenge for today. Let's say x is equal to the square root of 2 plus 1. Find the value of a given that it is equal to the fourth root of the square root of 2 times the quantity x plus 1 times the quantity x squared plus 1 times the quantity x to the fourth plus 1 plus the quantity x minus square root of 2. Just reading this problem takes a lot of time, so this is really an algebra challenge. So you can pause the video and see if you can solve this challenge. Now let's solve this problem together. Let's begin with the given x is equal to the square root of 2 plus 1. From here, if we subtract the square root of 2 from both sides of this equation, we have the form x minus square root of 2 equals 1. On the other hand, if we subtract 1 from both sides of this equation, then we arrive at another form, x minus 1 equals square root of 2. We are going to use these three forms in our substitution to the given radical expression. So let's save these three values because we are going to use this later on. Let's go back to the given radical expression. The first thing that we notice here is we have this square root of 2 and we also have this value for square root of 2. And that is equal to x minus 1. Therefore, by substitution, let's replace this square root of 2 by x minus 1. So we now replace this part by the quantity x minus 1. All the rest are just copied. Next, notice that we have here a special product. The product of the difference and sum of two numbers, and we have a special formula for that. We have the quantity a plus b times the quantity a minus b equals the difference of the squares of the two numbers. Therefore, here our a is x and our b is 1. And multiplying this special product resulted to the square of a, which is now our x squared here, and the square of b, which is now our 1 squared. From this part until the end, we just copy them, and that is this part. It was this part that resulted to this blue quantity here. Now we know that 1 squared is equal to 1, so let's simplify this further. Now this time, notice that this part here is again the product of the sum and difference of two numbers, and those two numbers are x squared and 1. And apply again the same identity. This will result to the square of x squared minus the square of 1. We now arrive at this value. This entire part here is now replaced with this green quantity, and from here up to the end, we just copied. Then let's simplify this further. This 1 squared is equal to 1. So this means that this part here again can be simplified using this special product, and that is equal to the square of x to the fourth, which is x to the 8th, minus the square of 1, which is also 1. So this part here is now this blue expression, and we just copy the remaining quantities. Notice again that this part here, x minus square root of 2, is this value here, which is equal to 1. So we can replace this with 1. This part here is now this part, and we just copy x to the 8 minus 1, all of them under the fourth root. The negative 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. So what's left is a is equal to the fourth root of 8. And we can write this in exponential form. So a is equal to 8 over 4, which is equal to x squared. So we now know that the value of this radical expression is x squared. But we also know that x is equal to the square root of 2 minus 1, this value here. So replacing now this x with the square root of 2 plus 1, this is now what we have. The square of the quantity, the square root of 2 plus 1, which is a square of a binomial, and we know how to simplify this. That is equal to the square of the first term plus twice the product of the first and the second terms plus the square of the last term. Simplifying further, this part here becomes 2. This part is 2 squared of 2, and 1 squared is equal to 1. We can add this 2 plus 1 to get 3 and copy 2 squared of 2. And this is now the value of a, which is our final answer to this algebra challenge. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you again in our next video. Bye for now.